Greetings from Brno, everyone! So I am very excited to be showcasing a grape today that I'm sure none of you have ever heard of before. I never heard of this grape before moving here to Brno. It is a grape called Pálava, with the accent on the first A, Pálava. So this is a grape that was originally created in 1953 by a man named Josef Werka in Velké Pavlovice. It's a region about 30-45 minutes south of Brno city center. And Pálava is grown predominantly in the Mikulov region, again about 30-45 minutes south of Brno. Pálava takes its name from the Pálava Hills in the Mikulov region. The Pálava Hills are a very unique climate and soil type. It is a limestone outcropping of the Carpathian Mountains that run through this part of the region, and the limestone soil has for years been used to grow grapes. Pálava is a crossed grape varietal, so it is not a hybrid grape varietal, it is a crossed grape varietal, the difference being that both of its parents are Vita spinifera. So Pálava is a crossing of Gewürztraminer, also known as Tramincervini, grown very often in Alsace and in Oregon and even Long Island. And its other parent is Müller Thurgau, a grape grown predominantly here in the Czech Republic and in Austria. So again, Pálava being a crossed grape varietal created in the mid-20th century. Pálava has exploded in popularity here in Moravia, and with good reason. This grape is super aromatic, it's very hardy, it's very vigorous, and it can withstand many of the climatic variations that happen here in Moravia, like an unpredictable winter frost, a very rainy summer. This grape's vigor helps producers to grow this grape no matter the circumstances of the weather. Pálava can lend itself to a dry style, one of which I'm very excited to feature today, the Sonberk Pálava, which is made in the suke, or dry style. And Reisten's winery, the Pálava, is a polosladké, meaning half sweet. So I don't want to waste any time. I'm going to jump right into it. I am super stoked to be showcasing these grapes today. So the first one I'm going to be doing is the Sonberk Pálava. So I'll hold the bottle up for you here. Sonberk's Pálava. Here we go. This is the winery here, Sonberk, the grape varietal, and VOC, meaning Vini Originalny Certificace. So the VOC in Mikulov was created in the mid-2000s. It works the same as the AOC in France. So it's a small group of winemakers in the Mikulov region, about 8 different winemakers, and there are designated grapes that are characteristic of this VOC, Pálava being one of them. And what I love about Sonberk's winery is their attention to detail. There is a minerality and a succinct acidity in their wines that is really prominent throughout their whole lineup of wines. Olda Dropal is the winemaker. I've met him just one time in Brno, and very talented winemaker. He has recently brought home some awards like Winemaker of the Year, Winery of the Year. So this is definitely a winery to look out for. So jumping right into it, this is the Sonberk 2017 Pálava. This wine has about 5 grams of residual sugar in the wine, so it is still considered a dry wine. But what I love about Sonberk's Pálava is its minerality on the nose. So although this grape is fairly aromatic in terms of its rose and lychee and citrus tropical fruit aromatics, Sonberk's does really zero in on this minerality featured because of this limestone soil in Pálava. So at 13.5% alcohol, this wine's nose and bouquet is quite pronounced. There's a slightly herbal note to it too, a little bit of a lemon balm. But the acidity is right up front. It is right towards the front of the mouth, great texture on it. It is a fairly light to medium bodied wine. Again, slightly pale lemon color on this wine. But wonderful texture, especially on the palate. You get a little bit more of that floral note to it. What I love about Pálava in general is its restrained floral aromatic. Whereas Gewürztraminer can be super pronounced, super expressive in terms of that rose and lychee aromatic, Pálava, because of its other parent, Müller Thurgau, it only takes on some of that floral aromatic, making it really approachable, really juicy, but still a really great, fun wine to try and enjoy. This is a grape varietal that lends itself well to spicy food, curries, sometimes those tricky Indian spices like cardamom and cumin and coriander. Pálava is kind of the excellent answer to those hard-to-pair Indian dishes. But a lovely bouquet on the nose, great acidity on the palate, and excellent winemaking all around from Sonberk. The next winery I'm going to use is the Reisten winery. So a lot going on in this wine label. It is a Czech wine label, so all information is included. So Reisten is the winery. This is their Maidenberg line. So I believe it's their upper level tier. I might be mistaken, but I believe so. Pálava being the grape, you can see that accent on the second A, so Pálava. The region of this grape is Slunny Verk, so this is actually the hillside, the sunny hill, Slunny Verk, where these grapes are grown. This is Výběr si hroznu, meaning selection of grapes, and a 2016 vintage. This grape is sitting at 31 grams of residual sugar, so 6 times the sugar as the Sonberk Pálava, but done in a polosladké style, so meaning half sweet. It has 12% alcohol, so you're looking at a wine that is not so high in alcohol, but definitely high in sugar content. So this is the wine in the glass. It really does have almost the identical color of the Sonberk Pálava, but its nose has much more of a pronounced ripeness to it, kind of a mango. Slight herbal notes to it as well, kind of a cooked pineapple. The rose and lychee are there, but again, slightly restrained. It's not this pronounced rosewater nose as some Gewürztraminers, like say from Alsace, can have. It is there, but not there, which is really why I love this grape varietal. Super delicious wine. The acid falls right on the sides of the mouth as opposed to the front. Really makes you salivate, makes you want to eat something, makes you want to eat something salty or maybe slightly spiced. So interesting backstory to this Reisten winery. So the founder of Reisten winery, the original founder, was Radomír Naprás. And if you watched my last video about Welsh Riesling, Radomír Naprás was the OG founder for Reisten winery back in the early 2000s. In 2012, he sold the winery, started his own winery called Naprás Vinařství. So now the winemaker for Reisten winery is Zdeněk Musil. Excuse me for my pronunciation, Zdeněk. But excellent winemaker. They are also part of the VOC Mikulov. And so these are 2 of the 8 members of this really prestigious organization. So if you want to learn more about Pálava and you live in Brno, I highly suggest heading to the Salon Vin in Valtice. There are about 8 different examples of Pálava there. So you can try versions all the way from suke, just like Sonberk's Pálava, to sladké, meaning sweet. But this is a grape varietal that I could truly see taking off in Oregon and Long Island and Virginia, where these hybrid and crossings are really a new trending varietal being planted in these vineyards in the US. Excellent example of taking a grape that can be hardy and vigorous in an unpredictable climate and making different styles of this wine. So, that being said, cheers to Pálava, cheers to the weekend, cheers to Reisten Winery and Sonberk for making beautiful award-winning wines, and cheers to you for listening. So cheers from Brno, enjoy the weekends.